Welcome to Think Alive. We're Sharon and Andy, just two people with a dream and a vision of restoring our traditional stone-built farmhouse in southern Spain, transforming it into a beautiful off-grid home and sharing our journey with you. Good morning.
Welcome back to the Thinker, everyone.
Beautiful day.
Yes.
Yesterday was really freezing and now today we've got the sunshine and gorgeous again.
We don't know if we're being lulled into a false sense of security. Has spring come early?
Well,
It's supposed to be 25 Celsius this week or 77, 78 Fahrenheit, which is fantastic for January.
but it has been known to have frost in April, so we'll see.
We're in the mountains. Can be a bit unpredictable.
Anyway.
Right, so this is our marble stash.
Yes.
We're starting to work on the cuts. We actually got donated another two pieces. Well, look at the length of those two. Massive, beautiful polished pieces.
Beautiful shelves.
We're considering, using them for shelves in the bar area. So we'll measure them up. But in the meantime, we want to get this floor done because it's doing me head in. So, there's our bits. We're slowly working through them. We'll show you what we're doing so it makes sense. And of course, Alfie's got to inspect everything. So yesterday we finished off this step. We still need a little bit of point to do, and that's a step down into the cave. We're trying to do a transition between the marble and the floor here. I've put some rough cut marble, sparkly stuff, to blend them in hopefully. And today we want to get these, we've got 6 tiles need to go down here. They're only cutting at an angle to fill that space in. We can get rid of that rubbish. We're working that way, cleaning and finishing as we go. We need to get these cut. So what we've got, these are the tiles as we picked them up. They've not been cleaned, they've not been scraped, we've done nothing to them at all. What I've done, I've measured that angle in the kitchen where we just were. I've marked that one and I've marked the end one, so I'm just going to draw a line across the two, which will be our cut line. We've not done anything to them because they potentially could break when we cut them, so we thought we'd just get them all cut first, and then when we've got decent tiles, then we'll scrape all the stuff off the back, clean all the stuff off the front, wash them now with agua fuerte, polish them and then seal them, or sand them back to nice and smooth and then seal them. So the first job is to get this line marked and get them cut. So we'll go for that. This is just going to draw them with a marker pen. Nothing fancy. Make sure we don't move it, that's all. There we go. So I'm going to cut them first before we do anything. Right, so I'm going to start off with this one. We've actually been lent a wet tile cutter by Richard, one of our long-term subscribers and now friend. Thank you very much, Richard, it's much appreciated. But I'm actually, because these are going to be diagonal cuts, they're going to be up against the wall, they're going to be pointed in. Hello Dolly Tickle. We're just going to cut them with the angle grinder, because you're not going to see them anyway. But we need to make sure there's no cats here, don't we? Hey, you good girl. Have a roll. That's why we call her Dolly Tickle, because she loves the tickle, don't you? She loves the tickle. She does. And here's Alfie, of course. Oh, it's a tickle. Yeah, it's a tickle. Look how cute is that? How cute are you? It's the world's cutest cat. Good girl. Right, come on, out of the way, let's get this cut. She'll go as soon as I turn this on, I'm sure. So once they're cut, I'm just going to stack them up here. I've scraped the back off, and Sharon's going to clean them down with agua fuerte. Then we can get them on the bench for polishing.
Bottle's not working.
Right, 6 out of 6 successful cuts, no breakages. Just wetting on the bottom, stop them sliding about, stick to the bench better. So just going to again air sander, 500 grit, and we're just going to wet sand them all down, take the scratches out, make them lovely and smooth, and get the last of the, if any, muck out of them. Let's do it.
Sit. 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 Good girl. Must be the most laid back puppy we've ever known. She's just been asleep all morning. She's just got up, so I thought we'll bring her out, see if she needs to do anything. She's done a little wee, and now she's just lying down. She doesn't even want to go for a walk. I've never known anything like it. Hey, Tilly Mint. Shall we go walkies? Shall we go for little walkies up the land? Eh? Shall we? You're not bothered, are you? I'll just lay here in the sunshine, Mummy. I'll just lay here in the sunshine.
I think once I've sanded these, I'm going to stick them back out in the sun. We can get them completely dried off, which shouldn't take long in this, and we'll be able to get them sealed up today. Then they'll be dry and ready for laying in the morning. So while I'm waiting for them to dry off, I've just marked out the 2 pieces to go in there to follow this line down. So we can get them done at the same time today. They can also go down tomorrow, and then we can start coming up this side against that way. So I'm going to go and get them cut. Right, so there's my 2 pieces. Cut, sanded, washed off. I'm going to stick these out in the sun to dry off. They won't take long at all. And then I'm going to buff those up, because I said before, always leaves a residue. Even if you wash them off, it still leaves a residue. So I'll get them buffed up while these are dry, and then buff these up. Then we can get a coat of sealer on them. Right, so they're all dry. They've been through quality control. They've all passed final inspection. It's time to seal them up, be ready to go on the floor. They should be dry in a little bit, and then we'll be able to get them down tomorrow, I think. Right, so our tiles are ready. They've got 6 to go down there and 2 to go down in the corner there. We're going to clear all this lot away, dust all that side up. There's just bits of grit and stuff everywhere. Obviously we want to avoid treading grit onto our new tiles that I've spent days polishing. So we're going to give this all a mop down, get the area super clean, and then get our tiles down. So in the first instance, we're just going to lay them all down to make sure that they're going to fit before we start mixing stuff up. So far, so pretty good. Excellent. Just one more for the end there, so I reckon we'll fit. So we'll try that. Then if it's successful, we'll get a mix on. Just got a naughty bit of wall there that needs to come out. Should do it. Right, there we go, all in. Just need to stick them down now, level them up. I'm just going to check the other two at the other side of the range first and then get a mix on. Yeah, those two fit perfectly. So, get a mix on. We'll get them down slowly. Slowly. It's not easy working this last one right at the edge because you've got no room for manoeuvre with them. There we go. Squish him down. Excellent. Right, we'll carry on. Right, wonderful. Finally, managed to get those down there. Was a bit of a struggle, that. I'm just going to try and get these two in here now. And then we can start looking at another load of cuts to go in here. So, get them in. There we go, it's getting ever bigger. I'm on a steep learning curve as well. But yeah, it's looking fab. Right, so another thing we want to do, we were going to, if you remember, we were going to put a piece of steel to edge off this worktop. But it's actually, looks quite smart, just grouted in. Obviously we didn't grout it fully to the ends because we were going to cover it and edge it in. But I think we're going to grout this up all nice and neat, see what it looks like. We can live with it. If we don't like it, we can always add the steel trim after. But if it works, then it works. Also, this limecrete that I'm standing on, yeah, this little bit here, it's alright, but I think we're going to need to seal that up at the same time. I think when we grout the tiles, we'll seal this up as well. Yes, because it just, I don't know, it just gives off a little bit of powdery. Oh, it seems to, it doesn't seem too bad after I've brushed it and hoovered it. So that's on the list as well. But I don't really want to go anywhere near these until they're dry. They move so easily. So I think patience is going to come into play again. I might see if I can get a measure on those. I need to cut down that side there. I should be able to do that hopefully without disturbing anything. Warm one today, lovely. Time to get the next ones ready. Out of my pile. I'm going to, same as last time, I'm just going to lay them out on the bench on an angle, mark them all up first, the whole lot in one go, and then cut them. I think we'll start with this one. Yep, we might do it. Okay. I think I'm actually going to chance scraping them off before we cut them. Look at this one. It's going to take a bit of bringing back, in it. Dear me. This is the top face, the visible face. Crikey. Again, we'll clean them up with the Agua Fuerte once we've cut them. Right, I'll get it marked out. There we go, 4 broken ones. Again, everything we can do without using full ones is going to be better. So it's working out well. Again, I'm just going to draw a line down them. I've got my marks. And get them cut. Then we'll get them cleaned up. If I can find my marker pen. Here it is. Good firm clamp. This doesn't draw easily on when they're so dirty. There we go. Right, let's get cut in.
So we're going to try and get these cut because shortly we're taking delivery of a caravan. Some subscribers that have now become good friends have been interested in buying something similar to this.
If you remember, we actually showed you the house quite a while ago.
Yeah. Oh, must be 2 years ago now. We went with a Romanian couple to have a look at it. They were going to buy it and then decided against it. But anyway, our friends have now bought it. They're complete this week and they've got lots of work to do, as we had. But they need somewhere to live whilst they're doing it. So, long story short, they bought a caravan until they're complete, which is later on this week. They can't obviously put anything on the land, so it's being delivered here. So we need...
they're going to be in about an hour.
Yeah, so we need to get this done.
We want to try and get it done because we want to get them down tomorrow. So, let's get cutting.
Let's do it.
Oh.
I'll stand back out of the way of any bits. So whilst Andy's cutting, I'm cleaning. If I can get this stuff to come out.
So we got 4 cut. While Sharon's cleaning them off, I'm going to start sanding them. We've got a right good system going here. Like here's another one. We're flying through them. When you're under pressure, you see. Where's my sander? Okay. There we go, in the nick of time we've got them done. Stick them out here to dry. I don't know if you remember the one I showed you at the beginning that looked like that. Well, this is it now. It's got muck on it off me. So we'll let them dry and get them buffed, and then we can get them sealed up, ready to go in down tomorrow. Fabulous. Put him on there. Right, also the deed's done. I'm sure we'll be taking you all over there, so we'll look at their place. It's pretty much the same as this when we bought it. For those of you who didn't see our earlier videos, we didn't actually make any when we first bought it. We'd had it a while before we decided to do videos. So in the meantime, I'm going to get these sealed up so we can get them down tomorrow. We've got a good system going now. Sounds like someone's coming through the window, it might be Tilly. So I'm just going to give them 2 coats and then leave them overnight to dry. Well, it's another beautiful day. And my t-shirts again in a bit, I'm sure. I'm going to start laying those tiles. We've run out of aggregate. We've just been into town to stock up. I'm just running out of room for it. Oh dear. We'll just pile them up here. I think I'm going to move these 2 big pieces of marble we got into the workshop somewhere safe. Oh, these are beautiful things, these are. They'll make lovely shelves. Yes, it's super warm already. I'm going to reorganise these, keep moving them up. Let's turn it into a marble workshop. Then I can organise my aggregates here better. Right, last one. Bit to be getting on with, now we can carry on. So the tiles I did yesterday are all good. I'm going to take these through now and check them for size basically, make sure they're all going to fit. Right, so these are alright, but I've made my first mistake. I've cut them too short on the angle. It's not a problem because when they're set they'll be at the same level as this limecrete floor we put in, so we'll just fill in the gap basically. Doesn't actually matter, but I don't like making mistakes. The only other thing I've got to do now, this end one is going to have to be cut at an angle to fit round here. It's very, I don't know if you can see on there, but there's a lot of veins in that corner. When I cut it, I'm hoping it's not going to break. That wouldn't be good at all. We'll do it gently with a little angle grinder. So I'm going to mark it out and get this cut and then try it in place. Then we're going to mix on. Tilly helping. No, she's asleep. Well, that was a bit of a tense cut, but it's done, it's in. So all we've got to do now is get them levelled and set in. Yeah, and then we can keep on working up. A couple more the next, as you can see, awkward ones to cut. Right, so the first 2 are in. Absolutely perfectly level with the limecrete, which means that'll match up nicely when we fill that gap. I've got a big gap underneath them, so I'm bedding them pretty much on sand and gravel and then just edging them up with cement just to lock them in place. They won't move. So when we first got them, they'd been down for 30 years, just on pretty much on sharp sand. So 2 more, we'll carry on. Right, fab. I've got 2 more now I want to cut to go in there. Plus, oh, what's the matter? Tilly woke up. She's been having an afternoon nap or a midday nap. And I've got a tiny little corner I want to cut to put a piece in over there as well. Oh dear, tired girl, you tired? Don't be eating that. Yes, and I think I might even have a look at doing these 2 in there as well. Loads and loads of cuts, really awkward little pieces. So I'll see what I can do with those. Right, now it's getting super awkward. That's the piece I've got. I'm going to cut off, try and cut this back to, but it's actually half the size of that. That's going to be quite tricky to cut. I think there's going to be quite a few of these, but they've got to be done.
And whilst Andy's doing that, now that we've decided we're not putting that steel trim round, got a bit of touching up to do on the grout, just around the edges here. And then when that's dry, it will need a bit of sanding off, because of course we thought we were covering it up. So I've just got a very small amount of grout mixed up here, and I'm just going to use my fingers. I think it's the easiest way. So here goes.
Right, okay, I managed to cut that tiny little piece over there, really awkward. I've had to use a full tile for this one. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cut them in a line down this timber, and we're probably going to put a piece of timber in the bottom to finish the door frame off. So I'm going to mark this one. Oops, that didn't work. And then, try that again. And then cut another one from there, continuing down at the same angle to fit in there. It looks like that leg might actually be square actually, which is perhaps not a great thing. That's not bad. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. There we go, it's cut. Not a bad end. This leg is ever so slightly twisted, but you can't tell now. It's got a little chip out of this corner. Quite a few of them have, but there's one over there, there's a couple over there, but we'll just grout them in when we do them. I don't think you'll be able to see them. Of course, these need cleaning and polishing, sanding and sealing first, but I think I'm going to try and get a couple more cut, do them in bulk rather than one at a time sort of thing, get as many as we can done.
And that is me done also. Needs cleaning off, but I've tried to be as careful as possible as I go along so that there's damage limitation. But yeah, when that's gone off to a powder, I can just clean that off. But it's filled in all the holes, which is the main thing. I think it's going to look alright. But if it doesn't, you know what? We've still got some steel, so we can go back to plan A. So, with that said, I think that's it for today, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all our subscribers, all our Patreons, everyone that's bought us a coffee, and we'll see you on the next one.